Okay, we're here at Dallas Weekly with Noel Durity, the CEO and founder of Twisted Up Comb. We also have an interview with him later, but we are going to first see what is this comb and how does it work. So, Noel, thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome, Matt.
Could you give me a brief explanation of the comb and then tell us what you're about to do?
So the Twisted Up Comb is pretty much a efficient tool that you can clean, fits in your pocket. It's a one-time buy, and allows you to twist your hair and embrace your natural twist.
Awesome.
It's similar to like a sponge, except again, as I mentioned, you can clean this. You don't have to replace it. I'm going to be saving you money because it is a one-time buy and it fits in your pocket, so it's portable.
Awesome. And you were about to give us a demonstration on how you twist up the good hair there, and
yeah. So most African American hair naturally stands up by itself, right? So unless you're mixed, you need to have some type of holding gel to keep it up like this. As you can tell, I picked out my hair, especially for this interview, you know. And then what I normally do is that I just put in some type of like moisturizing cream. Shout out to Carol's daughter, because I was raised by females, and this is the brand I've been using forever. So I just put a little bit, and I put that in my hair, messed it up a little bit after I picked it out.
So we're seeing in real time how long this comb takes to actually apply.
Exactly, right? So I apply that in my hair, not too much, let it be in there. And then we sell this nice little holding gel.
Okay.
So then I put just a little bit of that in my hair.
Okay.
That's all that's needed.
Boom, got the moisturizer in there. Cool.
Right. And then we take your comb, grab it, and some people's hair twists forward better, like your curve pattern. So you see I'm going towards my face. Some people curve pattern twist away from their face.
Got it.
So it's very important. You got to find which way your hair twists. And that's practice. Mine is forward. So I do one side.
I mean, I can already see the texture coming in and the differentiation. I see it already.
Right. And then when you switch to the other side, you want to make sure that you still go the same way. So again, forward towards my face. So you get an even curl. And the whole process will take just about 60 seconds.
Yep, we are hitting the 3-minute mark now. So
yeah,
I'm timing it.
Once you start twisting, you should be good to go. And make sure you get the front, because that's the part that most people forget. And then you pretty much should be.
Yeah, no, that's the look.
Right?
Impressive, man. Like, that's really impressive.
And my favorite thing about it is that, like, if I ever go to like a club or a bar and they tell me that I got to take off my hat.
Right.
I already have product in my hair. I can just go to the bathroom and my hair is already done.
I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, no, I see it. Very defined.
Right. And then that's about it.
That's awesome, man. Wow. Like, that was an impressive thing. Yeah. That took all of 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm watching. Awesome. One thing before we get into our other interview, your branding is really great. Did you have assistance in that? Or are you just thinking of how to get those labels, those products?
So that's the one thing that I control. So it's everything else, if you do an online e-commerce business, is pretty much self-automated. So as a CEO, or if you're going to have an online business, it is your job to try to create the narrative, storytell. So as far as the colors, everything that I pick, that all comes just from me and a focus group of my friends and family. And we just try to figure out what works best.
Got it. All right, man. Well, we appreciate it. We're actually going to take a break, get back to our other interview so that the audience can see that. But also, we just want to appreciate you again. Shout out to the Twisted Up Comb. You can get it online at twistedupcomb.com. You can reach out to Dallas Weekly to see where we can get it. We have branding on our website, in our paper, and our e-edition on our mobile app. We would love for you to support this, brother, and we will be back in a quick second.
Perfect, man. Thank you. I was using a tennis racket, and I was using a tennis racket for probably close to like 2 years, believe it or not. And I came back from a trip from Brazil, and I wanted to shrink it because on that trip, it took me about an hour to find a tennis racket because I had misplaced mine. So I was just like, man, it's 2016. There has to be a better way to get this done. And I figured out how to shrink it. And then I took it to my barber, and my barber just forced me to make it a business because in November when I took it to him, he was like, you got to do it. I told him no. And then in December, he got fined for using something called a curl sponge because it kind of transfers bacteria from one head to another. So I was like, okay, like I would do my best to make it into a business. And January of 2017 is when I officially started like going to trade shows.
I'm sorry, did you say you were using a tennis racket?
Yeah, so I know it's weird, but I was tired of putting texturizers in my hair.
Okay.
Right. So I've been doing it since I was like 16, just to be the guy, light skin, curly hair. This is how you get the girls, right? And I really wanted to wear my hair naturally. And for the most part, I just had it in an afro. And I was trying to figure out how to get my hair like D.L. Hughley or just like a nice twist. And I came across a buddy of mine, and he was telling me like, yo, you can use a tennis racket and some hairspray. And I thought he was full of crap, for lack of a better word. Like, this ain't gonna work. And it did.
Okay. So tell me some of the challenges on the journey. Like, I know that it's obviously a ethnocentric product. You are an independent entrepreneur. What have been some of those challenges that you've had to overcome to get this product out there?
For the most part, I've been an entrepreneur like my entire life. It's just I'm first generation American. Family comes from an island called Trinidad, and I honestly believe, because I've been told no my whole entire life, that like rejection comes easy, like I can overcome it. So I think as the common, I guess, problems that most people will have, like the hurdles to jump over, for me, it's not a problem. It's just like, yo, well, we got 24 hours in a day. I'm sleeping for 8. We got 16 hours to solve this problem. I'm going to dedicate as many hours I can today to solve this problem, and let's get to it. So the funny thing about it, I was using a tennis racket. Like, there's videos of me on YouTube using a tennis racket. I had my barber, I had my best friends, I had my family members. I was like, yo, if y'all figure out a way to shrink it, I got you. I will go ahead and turn this into a business, because I'm not about to leave real estate that would pay me like 6 figures to start a business. I thought it was a niche, you know? So the time span of me saying, well, I need to solve this problem and shrinking it took me 3 weeks. When I came back from Brazil and I was like, well, how do I shrink this tennis racket? It took me literally 3 weeks to figure that out for me to head off and do it.
And what was that solution? Just make it smaller?
I went on Google. So Google and YouTube. So I went on Google and I typed in how to shrink a tennis racket, how to make a tennis racket smaller. And Google's only useful depending on what you put in it, right? So after like an hour of getting nowhere, I kind of just rested my brain, turned on the television, and I was watching Shark Tank. And right after Shark Tank, this episode came on how to invent something. I forget the name of the TV show. And they were talking about 3D printing. And I was like, well, what the heck is 3D printing? So then I went on Google, 3D printing. And then I found out that I needed a CAD drawer. So then I went on Craigslist.com and I typed in CAD drawers for hire. Found about 6 or 10 of them, called them all up. They told me what they needed. They needed measurements. So I went and got some jeans, measured the back of a pocket. It's like, okay, it can't be bigger than 5 inches wide. Looked at the holes in a tennis racket and was like, okay, I need the holes to be this big. The CAD drawer gave it to me. Then I Googled 3D print shops near me and I printed out my first tennis racket. If you want to see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah. So this is the first twisted up comb ever created.
All right.
So this was 3D printed, and it had a bunch of holes in here. And then I took it to a tennis shop, and we got this hand shrunk.
Wow. That's innovative, man. I got to give you, that's innovative.
Yeah. That was the first one ever created.
Okay. So what's been the receiving? I mean, on the response to the product. I mean, you've been out for a while. You said 2016, 2017 was when you kind of got started. It's 2020. What's been the response over the last few years?
It's been overwhelming. Again, I never really wanted to like make this a full-time business, but going to the Long Beach Hair Show, the Bronner Brothers in Atlanta in February, BarberCon in New York, and Connecticut Barber Expo in April. In those first 4 months, we sold close to like 5,000 combs. So April of 2017, I turned off my real estate machine and I made this a full-time business. And for me, I just wanted to see how big I can make this, because in my head, I still thought it was kind of niche. And I think the growth just in myself that I saw from this is that when I go to the East Coast, there's a certain attachment the culture has to natural hair. That kind of, I think like the West Coast is kind of behind, because it's more than just a hairstyle. When I'm having these conversations at the hair show, it's a way of life. It's the way that they identify with their history. It's the way how they are able to express themselves. It's something that they feel that this is me, this is who I am, and it's something that all the culture comes around to support. And it's really overwhelming. When I get DMs or emails from like little kids that use the comb, or an African-American woman that says, "Thank you very much." Like it kind of low key brings me to tears, because I don't know how to describe it, because it means so much to me. And with everything that the culture is going through right now, it's nice to be like, you know, on the movement of something that what the Afro meant in the 70s and 60s.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So where can people find it if they're, you know, or looking out, you've seen this video, they're like, I want to get involved. Where can they get it?
You can get it in two main online platforms, Amazon.com, or you can get it at twistedupcomb.com, twistitupcomb.com. And there's probably close to 50, 60 beauty supply stores on the East Coast that carry it. So you can walk in there and get it as well.
Is it difficult to get into beauty supply houses?
I was fortunate enough to, at a trade show, I'm a talkative guy. I ran across a guy, we were having a conversation. He was working the Andis booth, and he was able to get me in contact with a few distributors. And they took it upon themselves to get me into the beauty supply stores.
Got it. Well, I mean, I know you're a busy man. We don't want to take up too much of your time. We do appreciate you putting out this product that is, you know, representative of the culture and so many peoples around the world. We just wish you much success, and we're just so happy that we could have you today.
I appreciate it, man. I would say we just launched a new version of the comb with the gel. Nice. Currently being discounted right now, just for like the first 3-4 months. We have an improved handle. The gel really helps to hold the twist. By all means, I just highly recommend it.
Great. And you can find that branding on our website, dallasweekly.com, and of course in our print publication. If you need to find it without going anywhere, you can go to Dallas Weekly, hit that link, go right to twistedup.com and get you a brush or a comb, excuse me. And once again, Noel, thank you so much for coming on.
Anytime, man. Thanks for having me.